All right, let's go on a little quest today, shall we? We are going to level up our language. We're going to take those everyday words we all use and transform them into a vocabulary that's way more powerful, way more precise, and trust me, way more impactful. You know the feeling, right? You're stuck in that language rut, reaching for good or interesting for what feels like the 100th time. Well, today we are officially breaking out of that rut. We're going to gamify our vocabulary and unlock some serious language achievements. It's going to be fun. Okay, level 1, let's do this. Language power-ups. Think of these as individual words that can immediately make your sentences sound sharper. These are the foundational building blocks for vocabulary that really makes a statement. First power-up is truculent. Now, this isn't just about being angry, oh no. This describes someone who is actively, almost excitedly looking for a fight. You know, like a debater who doesn't just want to make a point, but you can tell they just love the conflict itself. Their whole vibe is truculent. Next, we've got puissant. This is such a great word. It's a classier, more formal substitute for powerful. So instead of saying a king was powerful, you could say he was a puissant ruler. Can you just feel how that one word adds this layer of historical weight and authority? It's awesome. Let's move on to teeming. This word is all about painting a vivid picture. A busy city isn't just busy, it's teeming with life. A river isn't just full of fish, it's teeming with them. It gives you this image of a vibrant, almost overflowing crowd of something. And now for churlish. This points to a really specific kind of rudeness, you know? It's not just impolite, it's kind of mean-spirited and grumpy. Think about someone who just grunts when you hold the door for them instead of saying thank you. Yep, that's some churlish behavior right there. Ooh, I like this one. Perfervid. This is way beyond just being passionate. It suggests an intensity that's almost feverish, like it's burning inside you. You wouldn't just be a passionate fan of a team, you'd be a perfervid fan, meaning your devotion is on a whole other level. Abstemious. Now here's a very precise word. It's perfect for describing someone who has incredible self-discipline, especially when it comes to food and drinks. It implies that their moderation is a deliberate choice, not something they're forced into. Then we have the verb to dally. It's just a much more descriptive, almost poetic way of saying someone is wasting time or just moving slowly. So instead of saying, hey, don't waste time, you could say, we mustn't dally, which, let's be honest, just sounds better. Barbarous. Okay, this is a heavy hitter. You save this word for things that are truly savagely cruel. You wouldn't use this for minor insults. It's reserved for actions that are genuinely brutal and uncivilized. Next up is defile. And this word has some powerful layers. I mean, sure, on one level, it can mean to physically make something dirty. But its real power comes from its other meaning, to corrupt or spoil something pure or sacred, like defiling a historic landmark or someone's good reputation. And our final power-up for level 1 is demure. It's often used to describe someone who is quiet, modest, and maybe a little bit shy. It suggests a person who is reserved and doesn't really seek out the spotlight. A very specific and useful adjective. And boom, level 1 is cleared. Nicely done. Now it's time for level 2, where we start combining our skills for even greater fluency. We're moving from single power-ups to what I like to call language combos that'll make you sound like a pro. So, are you ready for some combo moves? Let's kick things off with one-word substitutes. These are a total secret weapon for anyone who wants to speak or write with precision and be concise. Just look at how efficient these are. Instead of that whole mouthful, a group of followers hired to applaud, you just say clack. A funeral procession, that's a cortege. A group of worshipers is simply a congregation. And a herd of animals being driven, a drove. See? 4 single words that do the job of 4 long phrases. So much cleaner. Awesome. Now let's get some action into our combos. It is time for phrasal verbs. I'm telling you, these are absolutely essential if you want your spoken English to sound natural and fluid, just like a native speaker. Okay, let's quickly run through these. To face up to something means you're finally acknowledging a difficult truth. To fall back on something, that's your backup plan, right? Like having a degree to fall back on. To fall behind means you're not keeping up. And to fall off just means to decrease, like when interest in something starts to fall off. These are the phrases that are all over everyday conversation. You are crushing this. Welcome to Level 3, the Masterclass. This is where we learn the secret handshakes of language. Idioms.
Getting a handle on these, especially in a professional setting, is what really signals true fluency.
This right here is basically your map to the language of the workplace. Working late into the night? You're burning the midnight oil. Just started a new job? You've got to learn the ropes. Trying to advance your career is climbing the corporate ladder. That special skill only you have, that's what you bring to the table. And a project that's been delayed, it's been put on the back burner. And just like that, you've completed all 3 levels. But listen, the game doesn't stop here. The real challenge, the final boss, if you will, starts right now. It's about putting all these new skills to the test, out there in the real world.
So let's do a super quick recap of our adventure. We started with level 1 power-up words for that instant impact. Then we moved to level 2 language combos, one-word substitutes and phrasal verbs to build fluency. And we wrapped it all up with the level 3 masterclass on professional idioms. Your language toolkit is now officially upgraded.
Now, the only thing left to do is go use it all. So I'll leave you with this one question. With everything you just learned, what unique skill, what new word, what powerful idea are you going to bring to the table today? Go on, get out there and make an impact.